Hello, this is Zombie Warrior 88 once again, and today is the final part of my three-part mini-series entitled Retro Wrestling Wednesdays. Now, as I said last week, I'm going to do a review from New York City in Madison Square Garden, Wrestlemania 20. Now, here is my review for WrestleMania 20 for March 14th, 2014. Or 2014. The hell am I smoking? Okay, there we go. Rewind. This is my review for WrestleMania 20 for March 14th, 2004. WrestleMania 20 opens up with the Boys Choir of Harlem singing America the Beautiful. There was a promo for WrestleMania 20 with the last image of three generations of McMahons: Vince, Shane, and Shane's son when he was a baby. Then the opening match is between John Cena and The Big Show for the United States title. Surprise, surprise. John Cena, as the Doctor of Thugonomics, cuts a promo on The Big Show. Then during the match, Michael Cole has called John Cena controversial. A year after his WrestleMania debut, and it's still controversial. In the same match, there's a "Let's Go Cena" chant from the adult males. The same adult males who turned their backs on John Cena. Big Show suplexed Cena and pinned him for a 2 count. John Cena went for a shoulder tackle until Big Show gave Cena the big boot and pinned him for a 2 count. Once again, there's another "Let's Go Cena" chant from the adult males. And John Cena puts the Big Show in an FU and pins him for a 2 count, which up to that point was unheard of. Cena hits Big Show with the brass knuckles and used FU and pins Big Show for the 3 count to become the United States champion, which I'll give this a 4-star match. Backstage, Jonathan Coachman went into Eric Bischoff's office and was informed that Coachman needs to find The Undertaker ASAP. Another backstage segment is where Evolution members Dave Bautista, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, woo, and the Intercontinental Champion Randy Orton cuts a promo on the Walk and Sock Connection. Next is a sudden death fatal 4-way match for the World Tag Team Championship between La Resistance, Cade and Jindrak, the Dudley Boys, and Booker T and RVD, who are the current World Tag Team Champions. Mark Jindrak tags in Garrison Cade and clotheslined Booker T and was pinned by Conway, who tagged himself in. RVD hits the 5-star frog splash and pins Conway for a 3 count, which I would give this match a 3.5 stars. Backstage segment. While looking for The Undertaker, Jonathan Coachman, heard noises backstage and ran into Mean Gene Okerlund, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Mae Young, and the Fabulous Moolah. Another backstage segment. The Walk and Sock Connection cuts a promo on Evolution and shows a live shot of Madison Square Garden, as well as Don Walko, Superfly Jimmy Snuka, the Hurricane, and Rosie, who was Hurricane's superhero in training. Then we go on to the match. Ric Flair, Randy Orton, and Batista versus the Walk and Sock Connection in a 3-on-2 handicap match. Before the match started, the Walk and Sock Connection started attacking Evolution outside the ring. The Walk backdropped Ric Flair, and Mick Foley dropped an elbow on Ric Flair. Flair tagged in Orton, in which Orton and Foley went outside the ring. Foley hits Orton's head on the announce table and clotheslined him. Inside the ring, Foley pins Orton for a 2 count. In the corner turnbuckle, Foley puts Orton in the Tree of Woe, which, in other words, put Randy Orton upside down. Tags in the Walk, drops an elbow on Orton, and Walk cheap shotted on Orton. And the corner, Ric Flair delivered his Flair chops on the Walk, strutted away from him, turned around and was clotheslined by the Walk. Randy Orton hits the RKO on Mick Foley and pins Foley for the win, which I'll give this a 5-star match. Next is a promo from the 2004 Hall of Fame. And the next match is the Playboy Evening Gown match, which is a tag team match between Sable and her partner Tori Wilson versus Miss Jackie and her partner Stacy Keibler. Before the match started, Sable did not want to be in a gown and asked the audience for their opinion, which the fans cheered. Keibler, Sable, and Wilson took off their gowns, and Jackie did not want to until Wilson and Sable tossed in Jackie and took off her gown. During the match, Wilson and Jackie rolled on top of the ref, and then Wilson pins Jackie, which I'll give us a 5-star match. Backstage segment: Eddie Guerrero tries to fire up Chris Benoit and succeeds. Next is the Cruiserweight Open. In this match is a gauntlet match between Chavo Guerrero, who is the Cruiserweight champion, Nunzio, Jamie Noble, Tajiri, Funaki, Shannon Moore, Ultimo Dragon, Billy Kidman, Rey Mysterio, and Akio. Shannon Moore and Ultimo Dragon starts off the match. Dragon pins Moore and Jamie Noble. Ultimo Dragon pins Shannon Moore, and Jamie Noble is the next one to enter. Noble applies the inverted Dragon Sleeper, making Ultimo Dragon tap. Funaki climbs up the corner turnbuckle, lands on Jamie Noble. Jamie Noble counters and pins Funaki. Nunzio is the next opponent in, and then Nunzio pins Noble for 2 times, and both times pinned Noble for a 2 count. Nunzio has been eliminated, and Kidman enters next by count out. Billy Kidman used the Student Star press on Jamie Noble and Nunzio outside the ring. Inside the ring, Kidman pins Noble for a 2 count. Kidman hits Noble with an Ziguri and was going for a Student Star press until Jamie Noble got on top of Billy Kidman, in which Kidman used the BK bomb and pinned him for a 3 count. The Rey Mysterio came in, and Mysterio pins Kidman and eliminates him. Tajiri came in and applied the Tarantula, which is a submission move on the ropes. Tajiri sprayed the green mist on Akio, and Mysterio pins Tajiri. Since Akio couldn't compete because of the green mist, he is automatically eliminated. And Chavo Guerrero Jr. is the last cruiserweight to enter. Then Chavo Jr. pins Mysterio with the help of his dad, Chavo Sr., which I will give this a 4.5 stars. Next is the Brock Lesnar vs. Bill Goldberg with special guest referee Stone Cold Steve Austin. You expect this match to be great, but no, because the first 5 or 10 minutes of the match, Goldberg and Lesnar were stalling. Then towards the end, Goldberg hits Lesnar with a spear and jackhammer and pins him, which I would give this a 0.5 star match. Crap, why did I do that? Sorry about that. The match sucked so bad I tossed this to the side. Okay, next. Vince McMahon came out and thanked the fans for making WrestleMania 20 happen. And next is another sudden death match between World's Greatest Tag Team versus Best Brothers versus the APA versus Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hotty, who were the current WWE Tag Team Champions. Charlie Haas pins Doug Bassam till Danny Bassam broke up the pin. Charlie Haas pins Scotty 2 Hotty for a 2 count. Doug and Danny Bassam double suplex Scotty, and Danny pins him until Shelton Benjamin broke up the pin. Scotty 2 Hotty tags in Rikishi and starts attacking everyone. Rikishi then gave Charlie Haas the stink face. Rikishi pins Doug Bassam to retain the tag team titles, and after the match, Scotty 2 Hotty and Rikishi started dancing, which I would give this a 4-star match. After that, Jesse the Body Ventura comes down and interviews Donald Trump. The next match is between Molly Holly and Victoria for the women's title, with an added stipulation. If Victoria wins, or if Molly Holly wins the match, she will become the women's champion. However, if Molly Holly did not win the match, Molly would have her head shaved. Molly drop-kicked Victoria and pins for a 2 count. Victoria defeats Molly with a roll-up and wins the match. Molly tried to shave Victoria's head, couldn't, and was strapped into the chair by Victoria. During the promo between Angle and Guerrero, Victoria shaves Molly's head, which I'll give this match a 3-star match. One of the main events. Eddie Guerrero vs. Kurt Angle for the WWE title. Kurt Angle pins Guerrero 2 times for a 2 count. Angle takes down Guerrero again, pins him for a 2 count. Eddie went for a frog splash on Kurt Angle, in which he misses. Angle used the ankle lock on Guerrero until Eddie took off his boot and rolled Kurt up to retain his WWE title, which I'll give us a 4.5-star match. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta charge on my laptop. Sorry about this. Okay, let's continue. Next is Undertaker vs. Kane 2 at Wrestlemania. This is the second time in Wrestlemania history that the brothers of destruction faced each other. Kane was shouting to Undertaker that Kane's brother is not real until Undertaker struck Kane on the ring apron. Undertaker dropped the leg on Kane. Taker went for the last ride until Kane countered and Taker awkwardly landed onto the top rope. Kane told Undertaker, "I told you not to come back, you son of a bitch." And Taker responded by hitting Kane multiple times. Taker hits a tombstone powerbomb on Kane and pins him, which I'll give this a 4.5 stars. Next, for the main event, Chris Benoit vs. Triple H vs. Shawn Michaels in a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight title. Both Benoit and Michaels tried to attack Triple H until Triple H ran outside the ring. Benoit pins Michaels for a 2 count. Towards the end of the match, Benoit used a crippler crossface on Triple H, making Triple H tap out, making Chris Benoit the 2-time world champion. The reason why I say Chris Benoit became a 2-time world champion is because in WCW in 2000, Chris Benoit became the WCW world champion, which at that point it became the world title. And Benoit's reign lasted 1 day in 2000 before, at this point, it was too late because Benoit, Guerrero, Dean Malenko and Perry Saturn all left WCW to be part of Vince McMahon's WWF. And it took 4 years for Benoit to become world champion, which is the milestone of Benoit's career until the incident 3 years later. WrestleMania 20 ends with Benoit and Guerrero with their world titles in hand embracing each other, which I'll give this a 5-star match. And that is my WrestleMania 20 review. Until then, just like Triple H, I am deactivating this title until I'm reactivating this, which will be soon. Until then, this is Zombie Warrior 88 signing out, and this will be the last time anyone will be seeing this for a while. Until then, have a wonderful day. Take care, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Unless otherwise, take care.